I look like such a mess. I'm sorry, but let me turn off the light so it looks better. Holy shit, I'm going through one of the worst. Title of the video. My ex-girlfriend moved on in 3 weeks and found a new guy, and I am a mess. I just woke up at 3 a.m. and then I was like, just scrolling on Instagram. And I saw she posted a story, and I have no beef with her, but she's been like, ignoring me. We had a breakup. And I didn't think we ended on any bad terms. But she started to just ignore my texts after a while. I was like, okay, whatever. And then I see her story, and she's already has a new guy after 3 weeks, and it's fucking painful. It makes you feel like, was our love real? Were you talking to this guy the entire time? It's excruciating. And all these people that say after a breakup, go no contact, blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh, I can handle it, blah, blah. I don't need to go no contact. They're right. I should have went no contact because the pain of seeing her with a new guy was more painful than the breakup. Far more painful than the breakup. I guess it's because I'm like a hopeless romantic. So it's like the way I think. I really looked fucked up, but I don't care. This breakup has had me fucked up. I'm like a hopeless romantic. And so what I mean by that is I believe in the true love. And I'm like the one person for you. And if we work through it, we could fix all our problems. I genuinely believe those things in. When I find a person, I don't like to give up on them. I really don't. Honestly, part of me is afraid of being abandoned. I'm very anxious and I'm afraid of being alone. So maybe I'm projecting when I treat other people a certain way because I'm afraid of being alone. So I assume that's what they're afraid of. But 3 weeks is quick. It's not even been a month. We had a 3-year relationship and it's just painful. I want to cry, but like it's like you feel like you want to cry, but you just don't know how. And it's that like the worst part of my life. My life is falling apart right now. So it's like icing on the cake. It's like all the bad stuff is just happening at once. What do you do, right? You just gotta fucking take it. Relationships really suck. You get these great highs, but what goes up must come down. And if it comes far down, sometimes the lows are lower than the highs. I wanted it to be on friendly terms. I wanted it to just be like, we're cool. We're like chill with each other. We're friends. That's how I wanted it to be. But I'm not emotionally stable enough for that, is what I realized after I saw her with the new man. I do think she posted it to send a message because after I messaged her and she didn't respond, I basically messaged her again and asked her if something was up, if there's a reason she wasn't responding. And then that post comes up. It's sad. You envision your life with a person. I envision my life with this person. It's so weird because it's strange to me because weeks ago she was just talking to me about, like, because we literally just broke up. She was just talking to me about marriage. She was just talking about kids moving in together. And then this breakup, which to me comes out of nowhere over something small and insignificant. I deleted our text messages, so I don't really have it because it was just so painful. Because I don't have a lot of friends, so it's like it just sits up there, and I was just like, I'm just gonna delete it because the name triggers me. I deleted all the photos. I just can't, and it was so fucking painful. And even then, I was crying when I was doing it, bro. I was fucking crying. It hurt so much. Oh my god, guys. The breakup was over something so small, too. Let me try to tell my side of the story. I want to preface this by saying I genuinely don't think she's a bad person. I don't, guys. I don't think she's a bad person or anything. I really don't. Fuck. It's like my heart is saying, yes, she is, motherfucker. It's been 3 weeks and she has a new guy. And then she did block you. No, I don't know, bro. I shouldn't have seen that shit. I wish I didn't see that shit. I wish I didn't see that shit. I wish I didn't see that shit. If this is like the best representation of no contact, bro. Fuck. And it's like I don't want to find somebody else to build a life with. It's like I might look back at this in 5 years and say you're dumb, but I don't want to. It doesn't make sense to me. If you find someone you love, why you would do that? Our fight was over. Maybe I don't even know, guys. I'm a mess. And it's so early, I can't call any of my friends. They're all asleep. I'm not. Oh my god. I envision a future with this girl. My heart is like telling me fuck her. And my logical side is saying she's not a bad person. She went through trauma. She had a hard life. Like, I don't hate her. I genuinely don't think she's a bad person. Fuck. I wish I never saw that shit, guys. I fucking hate relationships. I hate them so fucking much. And I still care about her. She's with a whole new person and I still fucking care about her. And it just doesn't make sense to me. It's so not logical. It's like, why do I care so much? Why? Because I still care about her. That doesn't make sense. I should, like, once I saw that shit, I should, like, hate her, but I don't. And it just makes me sad. And I still want. Our breakup is over something so small, but. Oh my god. Basically, what happened is we were talking. I can't even talk about it, guys. I'm just crying too much. I literally cannot do it. It's just so sad to me. I can't do it. I can't do it. Fuck. What? I'm so stupid recording this video with no fucking tissues, but I just woke up, bro. And it's like, I was half tired, but as soon as I saw that shit, the alert just jolted through my body. The worst part is, I don't want to say anything bad about her though. I don't want y'all to be like, fuck this bitch, da da da. She's not a bad person. My friends would hear me say that and they would talk mad shit out. I generally just don't think so. I think that a lot of the bad things people do are just, think of it like this. When people are a certain way, they've usually adapted to an environment. So it's like if you had a traumatic childhood, you might learn and adapt and do things that hurt other people to protect yourself. So I like to call these like maladaptive adaptations. So they formed an adaptation to a negative environment that causes pain to something, or it's bad for something. And I don't think that makes you a bad person. If you grew up and your parents were very abusive and it caused you to develop anxiety, I don't think you're a bad person because you have anxiety. Even though your anxiety can manifest in very toxic ways in a relationship, because you could be very controlling because of your anxiety, you could be very insecure. I don't think that makes you a bad person. She had a really traumatic childhood, and she has a lot of trouble expressing her emotional needs. So our last fight was basically like this. Our last fight went something along these lines. We were on the phone. It's so sad because I just realized it's the last time I ever talked to her. We were on the phone, and she told me. We just had a fight the day before, so it's 2 back-to-back fights. Maybe I should talk about that fight first. I will talk about it because I should just document the whole end of it, right? So the way this relationship ended was we both had a day off from work. I got back home from work. And I told her, since we have the day off tomorrow, let's stay up, let's watch. We just started Game of Thrones. I was like, let's watch Game of Thrones when I get back. I get back and I'm insanely tired. And I say to her, I'm just so tired. And then I'm like, I just got to sleep. I'm sorry. And I slept at her apartment, which I think was, I feel bad when I do that because when I sleep at her place is so small. I know I'm disturbing her peace. I sleep really early, so I sleep at like 7 p.m., 8 p.m., 9 p.m. She sleeps sometimes at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Fuck. So I don't even know why I'm thinking of it like this. Like it's like the logical brain comes in and is like, oh, I don't like to disturb her peace. I didn't like to disturb her peace because we're not a thing anymore. I didn't like to disturb her peace, so I tried. If I knew I was going to stay up late, I like to sleep somewhere. If I knew I was going to stay up late, I would just sleep somewhere else. I would be like, okay, I want you to be able to enjoy your time. We have very different sleep schedules, so I would try to accommodate. But at that point in time, I just slept at her house. Then the next day, of course, if I sleep early, I'm going to wake up early. I woke up at 5 a.m. I went to the gym, did my workout at the gym. After I did my workout at the gym, I don't even remember what we fought about. That's the crazy part. Because we had a fight because we had some kind of conversation, and then she was getting really mad at me, and I said, I don't know why you're angry. I said, can you help me understand? I was like, I can't read your mind. I can't fix this problem alone. I need your help so we can solve this problem in our relationship. I really care about you and I want us to solve this together. And she got really mad at me. Eventually, she told me that she was making plans with somebody else and to not even come over to the house. And I just, let her have her moment because I was like, let's take a break from this from this conversation. I said, so let's revisit it when we're angry, because like it's when you're angry, it's hard. And I called her back like an hour later, and she said, "Don't come over. I have plans right now." She said, "I'm not gonna adjust my life to what you do." And I say, "Cool." I let her do her thing, and then the next day, which is the day we broke up, she messaged me early in the morning and said, we'll talk and try to fix things. And I said, okay, cool. We'll try to fix things. And she called me later and she said, I'm not calling you to fix things right now. I just want to talk to you, like, casually. I said, okay. And then we're talking casually. We're talking about, like, stuff. And then what ends up happening is I'm playing with, like, command strips because I'm just so anxious. We end up, it's taking way long. I'm so sorry. It's taken way longer to explain this than it should. After that happens, where we're talking for a bit, we basically get to this point where, sorry, I'm just really thinking because I just don't remember what we were fighting about in these last two fights. She basically said something about me that I said is not what I think. And I said, that's not what I think this. And then she got mad at me. I don't remember what she said that I said. She hung up the phone on me. And then I texted her and I said, hey, I said, this is happening again. You hung up the phone. You're clearly upset. I don't know why you're upset. Can you help me understand why you're upset so we could solve this problem together? Simple. I was like, I don't know why you're angry. Can you help me? I'm like, because she would get so angry and it's like, I don't know what to do. You're mad. And I'm like, why are you mad? Tell me and I'll try my best to help you. Just tell me. But she would think she would tell me why she's angry. But it's like she's not doing it in a direct way. She would say, I'm angry because you don't care. But what are you interpreting of my behavior that makes you say I don't care, right? That's really what it is. So she's like one off. So are you saying I don't care about you because I'm not spending time with you, which is very different, right? Because caring is subjective. And really the only one who could tell you if I care about you or not is me, and I obviously care. Look at what I'm doing right now. My heart hurts so much, guys. I don't know if I could tell the whole story. Holy shit. Basically what ended up happening is care. I'm losing all my headspace because I'm just so sad. I told her, fuck. Oh my god. I'm thinking of so much stuff. It's fucked my head up, guys. So when you care about somebody, it's like a subjective thing, right? It's a subjective interpretation of my actions. I wanted her to tell me how she felt. So how she felt is I'm sad because of this, or I'm angry because of this. Anger is an emotion. So I'd be like, okay, you think you're telling me how you feel. You're telling me an opinion. Could you tell me what is behind that opinion and what leads you to have that opinion? And that was our big problem. She would get angry and she would say stuff like that. You don't care about me. I'm not your priority. It was another thing that she would say, like, I'm not your priority. I'm like, okay, so what behaviors are you interpreting of me to make you feel like I'm not a priority? How could we solve this, basically? Because she's expressed in the emotions in a negative way, but it doesn't mean she's a bad person. It's just like, we got to figure out what's behind that. Because if you don't tell me, if you just say I don't care, then I'm just guessing. Whatever is caring to you, I just don't know what caring is. So I'm just gonna be guessing. I'm gonna be taking shots in the dark, and I don't want to do that. It's not smart to do that because what if I'm wrong? It's like I could just be wasting time. I don't know what you value and what you care about. So if you want me to address what you value and what you care about, the thing that we should do is I'm just thinking so much about it. It's like I can't even talk, guys, because if you want me, basically what I'm trying to say at this point is if she wanted me to address her feelings, I needed to know how she felt, why she felt it, and what she wanted me to do. But the roadblock is a lot of the time she would say, you don't care. And it's like, and then we would get stuck on that because she would say, you don't care about me. And I would say, yeah, I care about you. What makes you say that? And sometimes she would say, you don't care because if you cared, you would do this. And then we would usually get stuck up on the point where I'm like, I do. I said her name. Fuck. I gotta cut it out now. This is just rambling. This is just horrible rambling. Maybe I should freaking ask ChatGPT. Oh, my friend is actually up. Maybe I won't answer. He just texted me. But...
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Because I did text my friends about it. I guess I should just end this video. If you guys go through a breakup, go no contact and don't check their socials. If I was ignorant, I'd be fine. Knowledge is painful.